Ember had found another unlit campfire at the heart of the cave. The ghost said, "Speak and I will listen." This is the cave of regret. Fear would not allow hope to find a perch here. You must not lose hope, or you too will turn forlorn. Ember thought of those they loved, those they'd left behind. There are others lost along their journey. Find them and I will guide them. The Forest King watches the doors. The campfire will light the way. Find those who are lost. Bring embers to the fire. Travel wisely. Return if you have lost your way. The stranger seemed troubled. I ran away from those birds, but I can't find the end. The Forest King offered me a feather. Maybe I should just take it. The stranger muttered, "Another lanthorn player. Well, I'm not falling for that again." Inside was a scrap of journal. A rusty bucket rattles in the depths, a meddler from a bygone time. They want to be helpful, piecing together the wood and the gears. I ensure they do not see what they build. A shadow moved in the distance. Ember hoped that it was a trick of the light. The stranger was wary, coiled and tense. The dark had gifted them friends in the past. The dark had stolen much more. this new light do the same? The stranger whispered, "I'm so tired. Do you know the way?" The creature's body slithered between the rocks, seeming to never end. The Wanderer's Diary. No more lanthorn tunes, no more confrontation. Hazy faces put aside, none need face the end. The stranger was tired of pretending. They'd never have made it on their own. Fortune had always favored them. They deserved to make it this far? The stranger spoke simply. "Thank you." Terror gripped Ember suddenly. Fear overwhelmed them. A splintered plank was all that remained of Ember's boat. They sat for a moment and despaired. Perhaps the Forest King was right. There was no hope here. A discarded builder robot. The poor thing was rusted in place. The builder's thoughts were stuck in a loop, turning slowly to rust, only the echoes for company. Disconnected gears in their head turning round and round. Each unshared moment went the same. Lost and uncared for was a dim glow. The years of loneliness had warped the builder's feelings. Perhaps they should be alone. Time spent with others felt like a false memory. The soundless days measured piece by piece. Who's there? I can't see. It's dark, I'm ever so afraid. Keep talking to me, please. My eye. The feathered ones did this to me. It's been so long since I've seen anyone. Since I've talked to anyone. I can feel the warmth of the sun on it. An outside place. It's okay if you don't want to help. But it would be so nice to see what you look like. It was wonderful to meet you. Don't forget me, please. The others never came back. Ember found the Wanderer's diary. In a forgotten clearing, I meet a stranger, but they do not respond. Motionless, their body all rock and cold. What has happened? builder took a moment as they tried to focus their eye on the small blue figure in front of them. So that's what you look like. I don't know what I expected, but you have a kind face. Sorry, I don't mean to make you uncomfortable. It's just been so long since I've seen anyone. I've never been good at talking to others. You seem different somehow. Wait, how did you get here? Oh, that's unfortunate. You'll be stuck here without a... The builder seemed to have an idea. You know, maybe I can help you. This is so exciting. This is what I was made for. It's been so long since I made something for someone. Ember watched in amazement. Could I get your input for a moment? The scraps of broken wood and metal were being transformed. Could I get your input for a moment? Whatever the builder was making was nearly ready. I really hope you like it. Oh, it's a bit rough around the edges. It's, definitely seaworthy. You hate it, don't you? Ember stood in stunned silence. That is such a relief. Really warms my pistons. I'm so happy. Oh no. I'm not... Well, that's very kind of you. Truly, I would if I could. But if you see any others, perhaps ask them to visit the builder. Ember would come back if they could. Perhaps the builder just needed more time. Oh, hello again. Hope you're doing okay. It's so nice to have my eye again. The caves, just as I remembered. The dank, the gloom. The grey walls, the grey floors, the darkness closing in. Home. What it means to have my sight returned. To finally watch the sunset again. I've never seen the sun set in this dark cave, but I could. I'm not good with others, but perhaps I should have known not to trust the birds. They were always so mean and cruel, and perhaps that should have been a hint. The snake is misunderstood by everyone. Their heart is good. They're just a giant metal snake drawn to the light, destroying everything in their path. Why are people so quick to judge that giant reptile? Just make every single one the same, they said. A boat is a boat. He actually said that to me. A boat-building robot. Imagine their faces when I made my first duck boat. A boat is a boat. How about duck boat? Their faces. Don't forget me. It was so nice to meet you. The boat was a little unconventional, but Ember already loved it. Tremendous, terrifying shape slithered from the shadows. The snake's body coiled around the Forlorn like a scaly shield. Ember uncovered a journal entry. I find another encased by stone. I feel their mutterings, whispers under my skin. They are forlorn. They cannot find home. It is terrifying. The stranger was so lost. Curling and coiling, lost forever. The stranger looked at Ember with relief. I tried to go back, but I just went nowhere. Time to go forward, I think. The light acted as a beacon, drawing the snake away from the Forlorn. Ember swallowed their fear, feeling tiny before the enormous serpent. The Forlorn was released from the coil of the snake's body. Hidden away was a scrap of journal. The Forlorn have entered my dreams, their accusing voices inescapable. The stranger's thoughts bubbled up freely. The invitation was clear. Some thoughts were easily found. Some thoughts only whispered. Old feelings in a complex tongue. stranger had much to consider. The stranger seemed grateful. I think I have to choose for myself. The stranger whispered. Seen one just like you around here a lot. Creepy that one is, peeping out, watching you. Yeah, watching you. Specifically you. Ember felt pity for the skeleton, without a flower to mark their grave. Ember found a scrap of journal. I kneel in the damp. Tiny stones pierce my knees. The mud soaks. Lost. Too tired to sleep. I will not be stone. The stranger had misplaced a memory. They tried to remember but found more voids. Only the shape of the thought remained. stranger looked around fearfully. I stayed in the nest too long. The spindle was missing a handle, so Ember couldn't turn it. A tremendous, terrifying shape slithered from the shadows. The snake's body coiled around the Forlorn like a scaly shield. Hidden inside was the Wanderer's journal. Damn the water, scuttle the boats. This will be our new home. We will stay in our nest forever. Inside was a secret diary entry. This is the promised home. I have nothing to resolve. Close the gates, keep all lost souls safe. The stranger's heart was in knots. The sun, a faded memory. With tears, the stranger said, "You have reminded me, friend. The beacon." The light acted as a beacon, drawing the snake away from the Forlorn. Ember swallowed their fear, feeling tiny before the enormous serpent. The Forlorn was released from the coil of the snake's body. The stranger had been robbed by an icy hand. They had burned so bright, so brilliant. But with flicker and ash, their flame had faded. The stranger looked at their hands tearfully. "I had forgotten how warm it feels, just being." The ghost said, "You have done all you can, little one. Your journey lies ahead. Your journey is nearing its end, little one. You have cleared a path for others to follow. I will guide them after you have gone." Only the Forest King knows where the final campfire sleeps. Ask them your questions. Know that if you return here, you will always be welcome. Gently the stranger said, "Love survives us all in the end." The ember spoke hesitantly. "Nothing is endless. Nothing." The stranger said thoughtfully, "I needed better friends. I can see that now." The stranger spoke simply, "Thank you." The stranger spoke, "Please take care of yourself, friend." The stranger thought, "Most things I worry about will never happen." Gratefully the ember said, "I felt so trapped for such a long time." The taste of fresh air was welcoming as Ember left the caves behind. The Forlorn was different. Their gentle music filled Ember's thoughts. They sang. I was Ember, I was bird, I was Forlorn. None were my true self. I will not go back to flame nor feather. I will find another way. Ember understood and let them be.